Do you think social media should ban kids under the age of 16?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. It's a big yes, and I'll tell you why. The reason why we have these 16-year-olds dating Batubaba Hole, it's because we spoke about it on the previous episode, or the other episode that we shot. Hore. It's this social media that is bringing all the pressures that these young people are under. Rona ne re na le di pressures tsa bo Kavela and shit. They have pressures tsa bigger things.
I've never seen a Chinese person twerk.
Nah, dog.
Have you seen a Chinese person twerk?
No. Okay. But also you need to also understand, what are they twerking with?
Yeah, well, like okay.
What are they twerking with?
Okay. They don't have anything to work with.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They don't have anything to work with in order to twerk.
Yeah. So for example, if we just want to when I own me more in no kai hello kaba mo pala. But if you want to drink, come drink at home.
And you're so
you don't
right.
Drink elsewhere. Then all that. Kape fauta kita wona mama, I'm drunk. Please come. Baba batlo yo. Kitabo ya kontlungu batlo nchika. Utena go bala kai. Balundo wherever. Ate bibilo robetse kai, and people start taking advantage.
True.
You know, as much as if you don't like something, ne, you must understand how
you must have some sort of leniency to it, Joe.
Yeah. Sometimes you must accept the
only reason I would feel you would need to maybe still communicate with your ex as if there is an offspring involved. If you have a child together,
that's the only time it makes sense.
That's the only thing that would make sense. But there's no need or there's no reason for you to still actually be in contact with your ex. Because if you are, then that means the feelings that you guys had are still very much available or are still very much there for each other.
You know, when I look, if you are already speaking to your ex, for example, I'll make an example. Coke ele paile. If I keep scoopusele, it means I still want to use it.
Exactly.
Maybe
Thank you.
Recycle.
That's such a beautiful example.
Maybe you recycle. Maybe you're gonna use it as a pot plant. Maybe you're gonna use it as a
but
DIY.
I still want to use it.
Still using it.
It means I have unfinished business with that thing.
Unfinished business, my man.
Why do I want to keep it?
Maybe not romantically.
Nah,
why?
If you don't have a child with this person, why are you keeping them?
Bafethu. The perspective talona kitalona. Why lingwans?
No.
I'm just bringing in a different twist.
Unless it's like unless it's to use them, but it's still using them to say, okay, she might win the lottery, she might give me 1 million, 5 million.
On the analogy.
Bringing it even further. Go for that one. At the Sabonar. Alright, sure, let's go. My man, ready when you are. Ready or not, you can hide.
I'm gonna find you.
And when you
ready and home. Alright, good people. Global Streetz Live. It is what it is. As you know, thank you for tuning in. My name is G. Mesejo.
Can you hear me though?
I'm already in it. Bro, after all that singing.
Nice one, just at the show.
I want to sing. But anyway, bro, you got me amped for that fucking song. But anyway, fuck, you see, I lost my train of fucking thought.
Don't worry.
She's starting the show.
That part is going
Bro,
to be
I've
part
been
of the
talking
show.
all along and you do not hear that my fucking mic is not on. All right, beautiful people. Global Streetz Live, GSL, thank you for tuning in. My name is Witty. I've got Lesejo, I've got Kagiso. We are back at it, as you know. We are for the streets, running around, but for the greats of the greats. So, today we're going to be discussing some topics that are going to be a lot more touching. And I want Kagiso to just give us what we want to start with. What is the first topic there, my brother? I'm just too lazy to go on my phone. Like, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see properly. I depend on you guys. Kisu for
Oh, impumput. Impumput na ga impumput.
Mpopote.
King Put.
Sifo.
Guys, kalanga jeffing.
Mpopote ki Sizulu.
Oh, Mpuput. Really? Shit, I'd never heard that word before.
You haven't?
No, it's for Fuki in Gazul.
It's what?
It's for Fuki in Gazul.
Aktsibi.
The fuck do you know then?
I'm not Zulu. I don't expect to be speaking Zulu, but I do speak Zulu. And by the way, like, you know what's weird? Like, I have a habit of just whoever that is, like a black person that I'm approaching for the first time, I speak Zulu. But that is very strange. I don't know why.
No, it's not strange. It's normal.
But there's other languages in the country as well.
For the first time.
Exactly. I'm not Zulu. Firstly. Secondly, my Zulu is so broken.
But it's normal.
It's so poor. My Zulu is so poor, bro.
If
like,
you think about it, is that
if there was a xenophobic
it's
attack,
the second biggest language.
I'll be suspected.
It's the second biggest language.
It's the first.
Yeah, you can't say it's the first.
Which
the
other one is
country?
bigger than it?
English.
No, English is just a lot of people speak it.
English is just the media.
But the home speakers.
Okay, yes, it's the
Manyes
first.
man abapaya kai. Because
Yeah,
the first is Kisizulu, then Otas Xhosa, then
No, not Xhosa.
Yeah,
Didn't
Xhosa
Xhosa?
is the second biggest. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Nguni is the biggest land. Then I think after Xhosa, Otra maybe
Sotho.
Basotho or
Yeah, it has to be
Botswana.
Sotho or Tswana between the two.
No, it's Sotho and then Tswana and then Pedi. Oh, yeah.
But I don't know exactly how it goes. But the first biggest one, very like.
But I feel like it's a bad habit. Like the fact that I'm not Zulu, but whenever I have to like approach anybody for the first time that is black, that I feel I need to speak an African language to, I have to like go Zulu.
I don't think it's a bad habit, dog. Honestly, because
Because he's Zulu.
Yeah.
Zulus are like this, they're like control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uta, I don't think it's a bad habit because he's justifying this shit. Because what, sir?
I don't think it's a bad thing because you just want to connect and your mind is
What's the
telling you,
connecting up where high?
Exactly.
what's it? There's a big chance.
Mochozi.
There's a big chance.
Mochozi.
You said it yourself who is the biggest. Sizulu.
Maristine.
I know, Mochozi, it's very likely for you to meet a Tswana speaking person because Kiko chose. But the chances are still smaller
No,
than
what
the
I'm saying is
Zulus.
that how need we boo paduka utla? You can't be Mochozi whatever language you want fair.
You know, me, when I'm going to speak with someone, especially with a girl for the first time, I just look at her face and my mind is telling me, oh, this one is Tswana speaking. Kira Ausukai. Hafeza Rincon. Nito, good shot. I'm in corn. Then Rua Sizul.
I'm in Ankoni.
Yeah,
I'm
now
cool.
I'm corn.
So my thing corner kitlo can
And a senkate.
Kapa mo tsa fitle bo kunjani o teng o kae wena wa bona like ke ntse re tla scheme sam konje mme wa kwaito wa Zulu kwaito wa Sepedi
Bruh.
then ebe
It's a mess.
ngushu kapa ba bitsang mix masala nje.
Yeah, mix my side.
But that's a good one for you to be born from two totally different tribes. For an example, me, my father is Tswana and my mother is Zulu, and I can speak both, even though my Tswana is broken a bit.
Yeah,
But
not necessarily.
my Tswana is self-taught. I never learned it at school. I never
Because
learned
it's a
it.
Jozi. There's no way unka Jozi and also say both languages.
Mona le wena o tswa Jozi mara o tsebe Sizulu. What do you
Ke
say?
futo unka sinsebi.
Mara o ka se se bue.
Ake hani.
Now I'm saying I
But
can't even write that shit.
unka se nna ke bua le wena Sotho. O le Mzulu, o ba ga utlwi.
You
No
know what's
fucking
funny?
way.
I used to be so fluent in Zulu, like
Same here, dog.
I used to be so fluent.
Yeah, le kholetse ko lekeisheneng.
No, I'm still like.
No, what's about naking ne? Naking nkan. So as soon as ke bona go mazulu aba we tuta malema mang. Are fuck it.
No longer
Both
doing
of us
this
will
shit.
be ignorant.
Ufitlo le ka papa kopana mahlo. Are manje sa telela manje. Yini namahloko? It's a problem, bro.
Ora velari.
Save customer eng.
Uthini manje
Oh,
lo?
babang ba ignore ba save customer eng.
Hey,
It's fucked up being fucked.
Kimnengi.
hey, this guy is stubborn.
Kimnengi ke eswe. Umuntu amjwetsa a nsheba fela ke ra eswe na fela nang taxi. If ang child taxi ke tshwara ga ke lo tshwara eng.
He mona di taxi mo yang teng kitse o tla di thola kae tsebe.
No, I kept I got to buy ke It's not like ke na fela tse bang hore taxi tse ke di batlang ke di tshwara kae.
Or like asking for which
Yeah.
where can I get
I
the
don't
taxi?
get it favor. If wa bala ke re ya Uber ke via. Aba batli nyuga ka mos. Fere itlang kapa Uber, but it's a thing if I batli nyuga ka fair enough. I'll take it elsewhere. We both doing each other a favor. So if unana wena umudimo awi batli nyuga ka then fair.
Tenga ka shegas ngoba go she.
Ngoba kushe. Let's go. What's the first topic?
First topic, Bafetu. Do you think social media should ban kids under the age of 16?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. It's a big yes, and I'll tell you why. The reason why we have these 16-year-olds dating Baba Hole is because we spoke about it on the previous episode or the other episode that we shot. Hore. It's this social media that is bringing all the pressures that these young people are under. Rona ne re na le di pressures tsa bo Kavela and shit. They have pressures tsa bigger things.
The Bentley.
Or out here ka drive.
They
Aba rekele di bouquet of flowers.
Bana le di pressures tsa di boyfriend gore na boyfriend ya ka in lata ka koloi ko sekolo.
Am bukeli kai kai.
Indota.
Ang rekele di sneak. Yeah, indota mas.
Rona ne re na le di pressures tsa teki back in high school. Hore ke batla teke so because Braya ka ina le teke so. Or ba fetso mo
Which is
rekela.
the problem ya? Ki problem ya batswadi ba hao.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, ki problem ya bona.
No, like I also totally agree. Like to say, you know, it's not just pressures, but I think there's a lot of things that are now so openly shown on social media that I feel like a child of or any child that is younger than 16 years old should not actually see. Firstly, Rebona Lipona. Like you go on Twitter, X.
I believe Twitter is worse.
Twitter is a platform where you literally can see anything. I sometimes see literally
Porn.
a vagina that is like literally right in front of you, like an image of it, and it's okay for it to be there. And I can't remember. I think when I signed up for Twitter, this was like probably like 2007.
12. Yeah.
Can't remember, but I don't remember it. Okay, it did obviously ask for the basic information of like date of birth and, but it does not. I don't think it restricts particular, or it restricts based on age.
No, because if
It
you
does.
following
Does
me,
it?
It does.
What is the age restriction?
For an example, if you are under, I don't know what age, probably 18, you're not gonna see that porn. You're seeing it because when you registered, you put your date of birth there.
But what
But you must
happens?
remember,
see it.
bro, you can search it.
I know.
Yeah.
But
So the
reason
fact
why
that
it's
you're
coming-
able to search it,
No, but even if you can search it, if you're under the age, you can't see it.
But what happens now?
I'm telling you,
are you
Keith.
sure? Really?
I've got multiple Twitter accounts. I'm telling you.
So you're a scammer.
We're not
This guy's a scammer, man.
dog. Over hash
This
puppy
guy,
vibes. What you like the account?
he just literally
Yeah,
said
dog.
multiple Twitter accounts. I'm sitting him like multiple.
catfish, I
You're not
didn't
even
know.
saying like I've got 3. Multiple. Okay, my nigga. My nigga, we should talk about this business of yours.
Nah, but it gets blocked. But one thing I do know is that, my nigga, I do not open Twitter now in public.
Yeah.
Same here.
Me?
Look.
Twitter in public.
Shit.
I can't. I'm not doing it. I'm definitely not doing it. That's because I do know mfana, I don't have to search for it. As soon as I scroll,
Yeah.
who's that guy that used to the smack guy? I don't even know. He used to say that nigga used to say
Post
if you have-
what
if you have
big bums post.
post a
I remember
picture.
that
And
shit.
they would
dog.
post.
They would post. There would be like a whole thread, like
would
their comments.
post.
They would go on.
Mr. Smeg.
Mr. Smeg was on another level.
dog.
Dog.
I don't open Twitter in
What Tilly
public.
Tuesday?
dog.
Is it Tilly Tuesday?
Yes,
Ties
like
play.
those types of things.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I don't open Twitter in public. I'm not gonna do that to myself because also I've got this autoplay of videos thingy on Twitter.
Oh shit.
The
How
next
about
thing,
Luka?
mfana, there's a girl that's
Gonna
moaning.
go office. But Shabara, this guy is an addict.
Mfana, at the time, they can't even lie. Why am I watching that thing at work? Mfana, I don't open Twitter in public.
But you know, another thing that I feel like age does not really matter. You can always create a specific age. So
That's
children,
a
a
verify
child
it.
they are 12 years old can literally just say they were born in 1996 and they'll qualify.
And they won't verify it to see.
They
if
can't
indeed
verify
you-
it because they won't verify it to say okay whatever. They can create an email account with the same type of fucking age. They can whatever they receive whatever notifications to verify and then they're on.
That's true.
So yeah, like
It
I
doesn't
think
even matter whether they put
it would
the
be
age or
nice
not.
for social media to have like an age restriction. And I think yes, as much as children of today are a little bit more, I don't know if I should say mature, but maybe that maturity also just comes from the content that they're already just exposed to.
Yeah, the things that they're exposed to.
That's right.
I also think, Jorge, because the people that own these platforms, they're trying to make money, right?
Yeah.
It goes with your country, like your China's. You'll never see content ya
Never.
China. The only time you see content ya China, it's when they tell you about those cars. They will tell you when your car is giving you this problem,
Yeah.
this is what you do. I've
Okay.
seen a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of those.
And let me tell
That's
you,
when
like,
you see the China content.
I think China on its own is so efficient that they don't their group or their people don't see a particular set of videos that you would see, like for instance TikTok,
like your dance
like
challenges.
it removes that shit.
They
for
don't
them.
have it.
They are so in touch with just being
They're trying to
proper.
build.
they're
They're
trying to
their
build.
future
So
engineers
to
and
an extent,
whatever.
The government has a role to play in this. Like China, they don't allow like all this mapon and whatnot.
Yeah.
Content tabon is mainly focused
Educational.
on educational purposes. That's why I also like videos that if your car is giving you a problem, you do this. It's educational.
educational,
I
yeah, it's
understand. that.
very
Yeah,
educational, dog.
maybe entertainment for bona ke K-drama, which is maybe into tabona ba music, ba
Yeah.
kakwa, or-
Yeah.
But even though it's innocent
Like,
shit, I never utlwe motho a re,
Manchi.
ko je keng, this twerking challenges, body
I've never
you'll
seen a Chinese
see-
person twerk.
Nah, dog.
Have you seen a Chinese person twerk?
No. Okay. But also you need to also understand what are they twerking with?
Yeah, well, like. Okay.
What are they twerking with?
Okay.
dog?
They don't have anything to work with.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They don't have anything to work with in order to twerk. Okay.
You need something to work with.
Yeah.
So we're not knowing society and now, it's difficult for someone not to have social media. Would you then monitor your child's social media platform?
It's difficult to monitor now, hey, bro. Like,
What
I
I mean
think
monitor meaning hore you can link it. Maybe when you na yona mo phoning ya hao le yena ba na yona phoning ya hae. So you can see content I viewing and.
There is an
I
app
think
like that.
generally now, there are apps that are able to just like have you control what your child actually sees. But I think yes, that is a good initiative, but that does not necessarily prevent your child from seeing everything else. Because when they go to school, there's a lot of stuff that they also just look at from other people's phones that are not necessarily monitored.
Oh, yes.
You know what? So I think, it's a bit of a tricky one.
Your point is speaking to exactly what my fears would be.
Yeah.
There's a reason why pastors' kids are the most
Corrupt.
fucked up. Because why? You hide essentially what is quote unquote human nature.
Yeah.
Onkasipati bo sexy bo. If we're not how you're not making the platform comfortable enough, they're gonna seek it elsewhere, and they might seek it to the wrong people. Understand?
And they're going to rebel.
So for example, if we just want how when I hold me more in no kai hello kabamu pala. But if you wanna drink, come drink at home.
And you're so
you don't
right,
drink
because-
elsewhere. Then auto table habato na ita all that. Kape fa uta kita wona mama I'm drunk, please come. Babang batlo yo kitabo ya kontlungu batlong chika o tena go bala kai Malunda wherever and people start taking advantage.
True.
You know, as much as if you don't like something, ne, you must understand how
You must
it's
have
not
some sort
for
of
you
leniency
like,
to it, sure.
Yeah, sometimes you must accept or
It's gonna go through it.
Yeah.
It's part of
so
nature.
At least open that door. I don't like it,
But
but I'm willing
let's
to
see.
yeah.
You know, you're actually mentioning something so important to say, and I think this should actually just be so out there in the public. As much as yes, we are talking about how we should probably just ban a specific age group from being so exposed to like social media. But one thing I've actually come across in the past is that there are families, and let me rather say parents, not families, but let me rather say parents, who would generally get their children into like the drinking world, né? And it's so important for you as a parent to actually do that, because now you must remember we don't handle drugs the same. Alcohol is also considered as a drug because it's mind altering.
Yeah.
Anton. So with it being mind altering, you need to somehow get to understand how your child is going to react under that influence. Anton. So I've seen, and especially in the white culture, you know, like white people, they tend to monitor their children. They would like literally just introduce them to it, to say, okay, fine, cool. We're at a restaurant, or we're at home. We're drinking wine or whatever it is that is an alcoholic beverage. Obviously, they will start them with like the softer stuff, like your cider, maybe your beer, and be like, okay, hey, Josh, like, here, there's beer. I bought you a beer. Come, let's try it out, type of thing. They have a different approach to it. It's not going to be like, hey, come drink with me. But they have that thing, Yari. I want to see how you behave. From a parent's perspective, she or he is not doing it because they are just wanting to chill with them. It's more of wanting to monitor, to say, are you going to be safe out there when you are having this particular beverage?
So to add on what you're saying, ne? Example would be LSG. I never battle mona koning, I never battle everything with part. The pregnancy to about
Yeah.
Come on, shocked. Mangam let about yo mom, I'm dating. Who's your boyfriend? Who got they probe.
Bring him home, yeah, bring him home.
There's no questions. It's about invite him over for dinner or
Yeah.
whatever. Laba blow me. It's about okay, mom, can my boyfriend come over? Okay, sharp. But you don't go to your room. You stay here in the living room where I can see
Where
you.
I can see, yeah.
You understand? So if I comfortable, yo, mom, Josh wants to have sex. But look, are you ready? Must we go for prevention?
Yeah.
Because you can't you can't stop certain
you can't.
things.
It's nature, like you said.
How about prevention? How about
Exactly.
LSU shasha
Yeah.
Kenya number mutu tlasa spot. Yes, she knew sex leads to pregnancy.
Yeah.
But she didn't know measures that can
can
come
prevent
into,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. So I think the black culture, it shies away from a lot of things.
A lot of realities.
So maybe as old as he is, maybe if in his fucking 30s, or like 40, but how to maybe I look like a walk.
And like Kagiso said earlier on, like it's a risk. To say, firstly, you are 15 years old, 14 years old. You're experimenting. We don't know if, firstly, could you maybe be allergic, firstly, or could you just not necessarily be able to handle it? Because it's like weed. There are people who just who can't smoke weed. Like White Tuba, and he literally becomes paranoid. Like we're thinking you're like so close to literally hallucinating.
Why does it do that though? Like
That's what I'm
everyone that I
saying. Like
know,
our bodies are not the same.
they say weed makes them paranoid.
Yes.
It just amplifies whatever you feel.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's because it's also mind altering.
So it just means that we're paranoid.
You're not
It's just,
the same anymore. You're like your mind is telling you other things, as opposed to like the normal condition that your mind
You
is
know,
normally in.
the other time, and this was even after high school, right? Smoked weed, and it didn't do anything to me, but I realized the paranoia it gave me, right? Because I remember I went to the house, smoked weed outside, went to the house, and then the next thing, kinali paranoia gore my mom is gonna see who I actually smoked weed,
Yeah.
right? When we are sitting, I'm making sure we're sitting across each other, far from me, right? When I see her, she's coming this way, I'm going that way. That time, this is just one room. How are we doing this shit?
Let's say your parents, everyone that looks at you, it's like they're looking in your soul.
Yeah,
like,
you're
and
like
you
they
feel
can
like
tell that okay, this guy's high.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember,
That's a
I
lot
remember
of
the
stoners
first. Yeah,
It's like you feel you're being judged or
Yeah,
some
being
shit,
judged.
dog.
I remember the first time that I did it, ne? I was with my uncle that I was earlier, well, in the previous episode that I told you is like not so far away from my age. So I used to chill with these like age groups and you name it. We smoked and the first experience was like beautiful. Like we were literally laughing at anything and everything that just came our way. Kila wana, like, it was like, or wana something, like you look at each other and you just start laughing. Kwah, kwah, kwah. And then I got home. Now I was a kid that you shot 2 slices of bread and I'm done. That day, I went 2 slices. I went another 2 slices. I went another 2 slices. Like now I was on the 6th slice. And my uncle was like, dude,
Come the fuck down.
you are literally you're acting suspicious right now. Because these motherfuckers know your diet. They know how you eat. All of a sudden, you're eating 6 slices. You're going for the 8th. Like, nah.
Come the
back.
fuck down.
Back technique, you know what?
So
So yeah, it gets you out of character. Kila one. So just coming back to Tabafela, I think parents should just, it's not leniency, but it's just also very safe for your child to be monitored by you. Because I really chomi sona at the age of 16, 15, 14, we are all literally just experimenting for the same time. And we don't have that responsibility to say, shit, Kagiso is not well. Let me cater for him. What if we all fuck up and we are all just paranoid?
For the wrong reasons. Maybe Hannah's beat this how share about Jeter and like let's go sleep together. So it's about to hey, let me get a drunk.
Yeah.
I wanna let me loosen the mood.
Exactly.
But nah. But the other question I wanted to pose, ne, that will interlink with this one, is in a world with so much pressure, ne, how do you stay true to yourself in a world that's pressuring you to conform to certain norms, culture, tradition, ways of thinking, ways of being, and how do you stay true to yourself? Like maybe when orato ya parasuit, but you're a 16-year-old, and they think you should be wearing baggy jeans and sneakers and. How do you stay true to yourself in a world with so much pressure?
I think, yeah, like you said, it's so interlinked because it just goes back to, I think it's very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's very difficult. I'm gonna bring up peer pressure to this.
Yeah.
Peer pressure is so, it's still so, it still exists.
And the fucked up thing, I shy bana fela.
Yeah,
all ages.
it still exists in your 50-year-olds, your 60-year-olds in this country. Anton, I see a lot of parents that are still hit by peer pressure so badly Kanakyo, their children are in the phase of experiencing
Peer pressure.
peer pressure. Their children are in the phase of becoming like, okay, they're either teenagers or they're just in the world of just the pressure of society. Anton. So I just feel like it's such a difficult thing to overcome. It requires you to either be well taught, and taught in the sense of you are coming from an environment where you are being told about peer pressure. You're being educated about peer pressure. You're being allowed to actually just be yourself. It goes back to the previous conversation to say, are you allowed to show who you are in front of everyone, including your parents, or do you hide yourself? On top.
You know, for me, I think the staying true to yourself, it's something that you can't just do when you're already old. And I'll tell you why. In my mind, I'm thinking to myself, Jorge, in order for the child to be able to stay true to whatever that they're doing, they need assurance.
Okay. Yeah.
For an example, if you can see now, I'll make an example with talent, right?
Yeah.
In order for now not to change, probably when they're like 17, they now want to start doing music. The time they're good in soccer.
Yeah.
You need to assure them while they're still young.
Yes.
Okay, listen, you're so good at this.
At this, yeah.
I wanna this person, and you're probably watching these soccer matches, and you're like, can you see what they're doing?
Yeah.
I think this is what you can
This
do.
is what you can
they
do.
need a lot of assurance while they're still young.
Yeah.
By the time they get to an age whereby their friends, they want to be DJs.
Yeah.
Your child is like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
I'm not doing this shit. I'm so good at soccer. And that's because even if they doubt themselves, they can still hear your voices in their heads.
Practically.
Jorge, now my mom, my dad used to tell me how good I am.
So
Therefore,
you were,
no one can influence me into doing something else when I've already been
assured, yeah. So this is literally you saying willpower is instilled.
It has to be.
Yeah.
That is why you cannot stay true to yourself, Mfana, when no one is assuring you and you keep on seeing people doing different things.
Yeah.
You're always going to want to do whatever that they do.
Practically,
because, I mean, it's the in thing. But if someone kept on saying while you were still young and saying, oh, Wanaka, you're so good at this. Wanaka, you're so good at
Go
this.
for it.
For an example, if you have a certain probably disability, but you kept being assured,
you're going to have the confidence.
Your kid is always going to remember, even though these kids at school are saying this to me, my mom told me, or my father, or both of my parents, they told me, I am beautiful like this.
Yeah.
And I can achieve anything. And I think also that's when you're going to push yourself and say, listen, my mom told me, because sometimes that's the drive that you need. Assurance.
That's
when you're going to
definitely.
push yourself.
Definitely.
And in more instances, you find people that lack in something. They are the ones that are going to push more. That's what Karen said the other time.
Yeah.
Or the people that don't have that much skill, or they lack in a certain way,
they're the ones that
are going to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
Because you can remember the voices, people telling you, oh, you're so good at this, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. Mfana, unfortunately, like I said, you cannot block out the world while you're already old. You need to be the odd one. And there's this girl that is on TikTok. Her name is Sihle. I think you guys know her. The one that already...
it's always trending.
She's always trending because she always has...
That's acting and stuff.
No. She always comments on these slay queens.
So she's okay. I won't say anti-feminist, but
she was interviewed by Kunje Kimang. Peno, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That girl is the odd one. And she's okay with being that because she
got the drive.
And she also does say, this is how they raised me.
Yeah.
This is exactly how they raised me.
And this is how I'm playing out,
just
yeah.
because something is trending on Twitter or something
It does not mean I'm going to have to now
I'm not gonna change
conform.
into that.
Yeah, I'm not going to conform and be part of it.
Now they told me, "Khore, this is what I need to do." She will tell you, "Now this patriarchy thing and whatever." I don't go with that thing. Khore, now when I respect my husband or someone that I'm married to as my husband, as the head of the house, now it means khore, now I'm not being a feminist. Fuck that shit. So that's when I look at her, she's exactly like the question. Kagiso khore. She doesn't conform, that girl. She does not conform at all. She doesn't even give a shit. And you go to your comment section, it's always girls that are coming at her.
Obviously,
It's girls.
She's fucking up the
even
bag.
calling her names. They call her names,
They
that
will.
girl. But
They
she
will.
does not conform.
That's willpower.
And you have to be assured.
That's
Yeah,
willpower.
but it's
You have-
difficult not conforming.
Bruh, it's difficult. That's what I'm saying. It's a very difficult one.
It's
bro.
very
You
difficult,
need to
yeah.
have some sort of fucking willpower that is like literally saying it's you against the world. Because as soon as you are different, you are judged, you are disliked, and everybody wants you
starved.
down.
You're starved because sometimes non-conformity meaning walapa.
Practically.
You have to. And it's unfortunate because not many people are willing to
Do it.
Yeah,
a lot
to
of
do
people
it.
are living fake.
Especially
only
losing
so
the
that
bag.
they can belong to society. Even though they know that I'm against this shit, but because everybody's doing it, I'm just going to be part of it. Which is sad because now it just goes back to the fact that what you said, are we really living true to ourselves? I can honestly say 70-80% of society are doing things that they don't want to do.
Exactly.
But they're just doing it because that's just how it
Simpler
has
way.
been conditioned or how society has ruled for it to be. Which is sad.
It's like a rapper like Rhapsody. Ne? You know her, ne? You don't know her.
So it's like she's like Eve, but the Eve were
Yeah, more than
okay,
Eve,
okay.
right?
She's a female rapper.
It's like her, you look at her and then you look at all the other rappers. They showing bumps, they twerking, and she stayed true to her lyricism
To image and,
exactly.
yeah.
And she's like, I'm not doing this shit.
Okay.
And because she's not doing that shit, that's probably the reason why you don't even know her.
But it's difficult to build when you're like that.
That's why I'm saying that's probably the reason why you don't
Yeah,
know her.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
because she was willing to to lose the bag
Practically.
for her to stay
To
true
just be herself.
It's definitely not easy. Most of the time it will never be easy. It's definitely not easy.
Justice, bro. Like, it's I just feel like, it now gets me to realize how much fakeness there is in just society as a whole.
So
Like, we're literally living for the next person or living to please society.
not yourself, yeah.
You're not yourself. Like, you are
social media.
You're
conforming,
feeding the machine, but not yourself.
bruh.
It's social
That's-
media.
that's
So
messed up.
speaking of conformity, nah, this one will also intellect to this one to a certain extent. What's your take, nah, in the question of, do you find something wrong or is it healthy remaining friends with your ex?
Yes.
Because if you look at it, the reason I say they will intellect to a certain extent, there's this wave of people you find like fuck your ex, or people are being toxic or savage to their exes, simply because the relationship didn't work out, they feel like they have to be assholes. And if we talk about no, me and my ex are still cool, you find some people are shocked. Why? He's the past.
Honestly
why are you
speaking,
still
and
speaking to him? And
And now that we're coming from a conversation of being real, and which is something that a lot of people just can't be, I'm totally against it. Because what connected you has ended. You like this person. This was an individual that you either loved or liked or whatever. You were connected because you loved them. And now that you are no longer an item, there's no need for you to still be together. The only reason I would feel you would need to maybe still communicate with your ex as if there is an offspring involved. If you have a child together,
That's the only time
fine,
it makes
cool.
sense.
That's the only thing that would make sense. But there's no need or there's no reason for you to still actually be in contact with your ex. Because if you are, then that means the feelings that you guys had are still very much available or are still very much there for each other.
You know, when I look at this speaking to your ex thing, I
And
look at
before,
it.
Sorry,
Okay.
before you proceed, and I'm not saying be hostile, nah? I'm not saying be hostile to them, but there's no need for communication. Yes, if you see her in public, it'll be hello, but it should just be a hello like you're greeting a stranger.
Unless we meet at Groove.
No, if you meet at Groove, you're gonna get drunk, you're gonna have sex, and then you're gonna create things that were not supposed to be created. You broke up for a reason.
Okay.
You're not compatible. You broke up for a reason. No, I'm being honest. Like, you are not compatible. The reason why you broke up is because you did not get along. You're not compatible. You realized to each other, or you both realized that, you know what, nah, we can't make this shit work.
You know, when it comes to this, speaking to your ass, speaking to your ass.
That's why
Because an
that's
ex
where the
is an
savage,
ass.
yeah, the savagery comes in.
You know, this, when it comes to this speaking to your ex thing, for me, if you are already speaking to your ex, for an example, I'll make an example for it. Coke ele paile. If I keep scoopusele, it means I still want to use it.
Exactly.
Maybe
Thank
you
you.
recycle.
That's such a beautiful example.
Maybe you recycle. Maybe you're gonna use it as a pot plant. Maybe you're gonna use it as a
But
DIY.
I still wanna use
You're
it.
still using it.
It means I have unfinished business with that thing.
Unfinished business, my man.
Why do I want to keep it?
Maybe not romantically.
Nah, for what,
why?
bro? If you don't have a child with this person, why are you keeping them?
Bafethu. The perspective talona kitalona. Why linglonta?
No.
I'm just
okay.
bringing in a different twist.
Unless
Just
it's
because
like,
nobody heard it,
unless it's like for, unless it's to use them, but it's still using them to say, okay,
But my man,
she might win the lottery,
My
she might
man.
give me 1 million, 5 million.
on the analogy that LSG is using of the Coke bottle, some people recycle, some people they use it as a pot plant. Bang by use as kupusa metsi, babang by
You're still using it.
You're
as
still
into
using it.
reflecting.
Yeah, reflect. Yeah,
But
well,
don't say-
Ebela dinja.
Yeah, or the kokonyano, the nyonyano.
Yeah.
But whatever the thing is, whatever intentions you have for one, whether romantically, as friends, whatever the case is.
Nah, for me, dog, I don't want to lie to you. If you're still speaking to your ex, you still hung up on that person.
Nah, you still hung up on the motherfucker.
You still have, in my head,
You still have hope.
that's what I want to say. In my head, when you still have
Cut
hopes,
the hope. Cut the hope, cut the rope.
you still have hopes. You know, it's let me tell you something. It is nice to remember the good moments that you had with someone.
Nah, fuck that
But
nice, that shit.
you cannot hang up on this person, dog. This person needs to go. And also, I feel like, this is now personal to me, I feel like if you're still speaking to people that you're trying to move
Away
on from them, you're not going to move on.
And
Because
okay,
your mind
now
is
that
still
you-
going to be there.
Now that this is the question, Nakahiso,
Yeah, yeah.
where now, if you are in a relationship with a new partner, would you still find it appropriate to be speaking to your ex? And do you think your partner would be okay with it? Like your current partner would be okay with it?
Would you be okay with your partner speaking to their ex?
Yes.
But it's why one.
No, it's a question.
I was just bringing different
I
perspectives.
understand, but I'm just saying, like,
Me, no,
okay,
I wouldn't.
why?
What you mean, why?
Like, why wouldn't
Tell us
you?
why. Why wouldn't you be okay with it?
Because shit might happen.
Like, sex. Exactly.
Might happen.
Exactly. Like you were once lovers. There's no way that whatever connected you is going to bring you back to the same connection. So if I'm gonna be keeping in touch with you as my ex, it means that fuck man, whatever that we had, I'm still having great hope for it. But anyway, moving right along.
That's why you find not exes, but that's why you find people that will say we've been together for 5 years, but there's been gaps in between. And
Yeah.
also in those gaps, someone was dating someone and then they went back to their ex. That's because they still kept touch with their ex.
With the ex. Makes sense.
They were
Makes sense.
cheating. They
They
were
were
cheating.
being hoes.
Heavily.
Heavily host.
Get to GHO. They were being hoes. Yeah. So this one is totally different of case. Ne?
Sure.
We'll just go around guessing each other's shit. If I, and I not being me, Kagiso, I'm meaning whoever you are. Ne? If I was arrested, what do you think I would be arrested for?
Okay,
As in you.
SKHO, if I, in this case, it was as I, LSG, Hoiti, I as in Hoiti.
yeah.
So
No.
we need to guess what would Hoiti be arrested for.
Let me start with you. Now, I definitely know with you, Khoi, if you were to be arrested, it's because you like selling shit.
Selling shit.
You like selling shit. Everything, you see something, you see a business. You're selling dogs, you used to sell fucking weed. I would think to myself, Khoi, you were trying to,
Hustle.
you were selling something,
And I got
which is
arrested.
illegal, and then you got arrested. Because when and selling is your thing, dog.
How my daughter.
Selling is your thing.
Now that we're on Kagiso, to be honest with you, I feel like if ever Kagiso was arrested, the first thing that would come to mind is sabotage.
Yeah.
I would.
Thank you, Pua.
I do not associate him with anything illegal.
Thank you,
Neki
brother.
uri yena wa sabotage.
No, like it would be.
Wa sabotage yena?
Yes, it would be that thing
Shit.
to say somebody
Ba mo
framed him.
frame-ile.
Somebody framed him because this guy doesn't even drink and drive, and if he does, it'll be my fault. But
Yeah, man.
so, Kicho, like if you find him drinking, he's probably drinking because I was there. You'd never find, but Kicho, if it was anything else outside of sabotage, then I would think, okay, he was arrested for drinking and driving. You know what? And that's why Kicho, he'll either be coming from my place or would have been me having him somewhere, and then we separated. He drove off, and you get a but I've never seen anything that would implicate him in an unlawful manner or put him in an unlawful position where he actually needs to be arrested. That's why, Kere, it would probably be sabotage to like just inconvenience him.
What if you were to be arrested? What are you likely to be arrested for?
They're like coming from you now.
I beat the fifth.
You can't plead the fifth. It's a question you asked and we're all gonna answer.
I bleed the fifth.
Nah, dog, tell us. What are you
Come on,
likely to
Kagiso, bro.
be?
You can't plead the fifth, bruh.
What are
You
you
need to
likely
tell
to be
us.
arrested for? Drinking and driving. DIY.
Nah. Hardly that. I see ritual.
What is it? Look at this guy. He doesn't want to tell us.
This guy's really pleading the fifth and we are saying
So let's all reround that. Then after Tili, we'll decide if everyone wants to plead.
you'll be held in contempt of court if you plead the fifth.
tshwana le bo yang tag jaanong sa ba sheba podcast ha se ba batla go tshwarisa jaanong ba go confessitse.
So Lesego, when I look at Lesego, what would you be
Ah,
arrested
Lena
for?
Bakawi Bansugera, dog. Why are you looking for something? This guy, look at this guy. He's thinking. Lena Bakawi Banframe.
Lesego has a very calm demeanor.
I'll say revenge.
However, this guy can easily be corrupt.
What?
So
What are you saying?
Now it's a revenge. And the reason I say revenge, if you fuck him over, he will match your energy.
okay.
So if you come to him sideways, he might even end up saying, you know what? Let's fuck shit up then. Let's see who comes up on top.
That's why it's also very difficult for me to like look at him and be like, okay, what could it be?
That's why I say he doesn't go out of his way to do something illegal. But he's
Yeah.
just saying, okay, oh, I know it's a so. Okay, I'm gonna fuck you up. So that's why I say revenge. He'll only do something when provoked. He won't go out of his way.
I think the reason why I say corruption is, I don't know, like, you know.
I mean, how when are the politician? I'm corrupt.
Kim Kaba, wow.
That's the problem.
Kim Kaba, that's all. They're quite like crazy. Kim Kaba, oh, corruption.
Nkare ke kwede montage.
One ton. I don't wanna chocho. Nah, but I don't know. Like I can't really put anything.
Just say it. Ho batla ba nsukela dog.
Nah, I think I can't think of anything really, eh?
Say it.
Maybe an argument.
And then guys ka shastima ashwa.
And then you swore, and then and there is that thing or ish.
Oh shit, assault case.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was him. Remember, there was a question that we asked in the podcast, and we're like, "What have you done?" And then there was like 3 options to say. He had to give us the options, and we had to choose which one was true.
Oh yeah.
There was a one where he said I don't know if he fought with the manager, or did you slap a manager?
Yeah, fighting with the manager. Got fired like 4 times, and then I can't remember the third option.
So fighting with the manager was not real.
No, get fired 4 times was real.
Oh, okay, so the other ones are not real.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, it was a thought.
But
He's
you know,
capable of doing it.
Shut him.
but you know, when it comes to being vindictive, which is the revenge thing, right? I can be the person who is on revenge.
Because the previous episode,
But
this guy expressed what
if
when anger comes,
do it.
when anger comes, you only come to your senses after.
True. And that's the thing with anger, Vele.
Not with me. Katronko. My senses mfana they kicking now.
Nahana chi amula the way alimhulu kateng ushang museo kastrib. But what na tronko?
Yeah, the thing is, if I am faced with the situation now, I'm gonna have to act on it.
Yeah, that's what
but
he's saying.
If I have a chance
anger
to think about it first.
Anger trying to road rage. You have to. I know banana go.
Exactly.
It's happening right now.
You're gonna react now and do now to say, hey, Mazisha. But when what would you convict yourself for in terms of what do you feel?
Another one.
You
will fail a morality test. Because
Yeah,
you
but
remember the other episode on the.
you can't go to prison.
You
for
can't.
that.
Like if you know I committed a murder, and you keep quiet about it.
Oh, accomplice.
You an associate of it basically.
Okay.
So any chicken toy, dog, I said doesn't affect me. Fuck it. Hanata.
Hai batlin na. Nexida. Kya tseba man nexida.
And if I keep quiet, I become an accomplice.
Yeah. So by default, the morality, you will fail.
Also, you think usually I just stay out of things.
Yeah, now
Not stay out of things, but you just don't give a fuck in jail.
Yeah.
Shit, not giving a fuck can get me arrested.
But if you had to now say, this is what you would get arrested for, what would it be?
It's probably, as much as I don't show my emotions a lot. For an example, I think I said it earlier, there's a lot of situations where I let linyato slide. And every time I do that, when I go back home, I'm kicking myself in the foot.
Okay.
Because my mind is telling me, that person's going to do it again. They're going to try me again. I'm kicking myself in the foot. At the same time, at the time when that thing was happening, I knew I can't react. Because Moya, here.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that when they're so angry, I can't even talk.
Yes.
Like Kinali,
Dangerous.
my voice.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because something is burning me.
Yeah.
Or one, I need to react. But every time,
Yeah, same here. Like I literally, like, whenever I'm like super angry and like I'm faced with like conflict, I literally cry. Like I cry, like become
Yo, not
you
even
know?
the wax in my ear melts, Joe.
Yes.
And I get like, I feel like I want to vomit. Sometimes I
guy's
do
Super Saiyan.
vomit.
Kagiso goes Super Saiyan.
They've even taken me to church, but I look like I'm demonic and shit. Yeah, so anger is not my thing.
But every time I go back home and I'm thinking to myself, just one. Just one, just so you know. But at the same time, I'm grateful for I'm able to zone out of the situation when it's happening, because I don't want to find myself go Hong Kong, guys.
Hey, bro, that's not where you want to be. Trust
I
me.
don't want to find myself go Hong Kong. I'd rather have a mean face for you to see
So just fuck
you're not
off,
gonna
yeah.
do this shit
Yeah,
again to
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
And they go kusala macin.
Yeah.
You will not do it again.
You give them one look. Give them
You're
one
not
look.
gonna do it again. Mara, I still kick myself in the foot. But I think I do agree, if I were to be arrested, I was probably taken by my emotions and I just reacted
Okay.
without even thinking at that time. That's one thing. Otherwise, in terms of doing illegal shit,
Yeah.
or one of the things that I have control over and I can think about, like doing fraud. Fraud is a thing. Doing fraud because I'm thinking to myself, they're not gonna catch me and shit. I'm not doing that shit, because one thing I know about fraud, you can't get enough, especially easy money. You're gonna keep on going. Your mind is gonna tell you, or you're gonna convince your mind, oh, we're doing it for the last time. No, 2 million. Yeah, it fell 2 million nails.
And it's not fair.
That's the reason why Rosemary, they kept on killing people.
Yes.
Because one thing about fraud, you can't. But when it comes to you, my nigga, it's gonna leave it.
Kung sige mang outele at ban and nonganga. Kung sige mang
Which one?
olawa ikutsara kini.
Baltazar.
Baltazar. Ako just being arrested for the same shit.
What were you gonna say?
For carrying the certificate of sex. Mamtuarisa ko iti. Maybe ushayle for ya Petrus Mutsep or someone. But you, go look isa.
We'll fucking fix. We'll show you how you treat us.
I'm thinking of two with you.
Yes, this guy's got two, my man.
Number one, DUI.
Okay.
Drinking under the influence. Or driving under the influence, right? Number two,
Checking under the influence.
You must you're doubling the drinking.
Number two, one of the medicine do free meal.
Yeah.
Oh, cause you omutampi.
Yeah.
Umienza one night stand.
And then not chere in a relationship.
Yeah.
And this nigga's like, nah, fuck it. And
Hey.
when you know once. So
And then
DUI, about free meal. Uchinjil.
and if I pass up, there were cases where that could have been the case.
Which one? The framing.
Yeah.
And my
No,
man-
I've been framed before. I'm not
What?
gonna say for what, but there was an attempt to like frame me. Kilaban. So framing, okay, when now you are mentioning girls, but yeah, I've been framed before. There was an attempt of like trying to frame me, but it was
it linked to extortion? Maybe they were trying to get something out
no,
of you.
yeah, they were exploiting me. Yeah, extortion, yeah. They were trying to
Extort
extortion,
something
yeah. They were
out
trying
of
to
you,
extort,
yeah.
And my father actually thought it was like political. My father thought it was political because at the time he was also going through like a very political, not saga, but a period where they were now trying to remove him from a certain contract that he had, and yeah, so there's that thing. They were probably just coming for. It was like a distraction. Then now they're trying to weaken him in all areas possible, practically. So
Yeah, but I can only think of those two. What do you think about this guy?
this guy already said Baltimore. What is it?
Certificate of sex.
Baltazar.
Baltazar.
You can even hear his name, dog. Baltazar.
Crazy.
Sounds like Russian.
I'll say maybe Mogol.
Mshika.
Yeah.
Like negotiating.
He is capable. Maybe he bought something from someone who stole it. He thought he's getting a good deal.
Bamushai.
Stolen
By
property.
shy, stolen property. By
Ukopana li roadblock with our copy.
sure.
But this guy has been flagged. They want it.
Twana. That time I was going for a sweet deal.
Wang understand?
But a sweet deal, man. Twara. Rather in so cheap.
Obvious.
Twara.
That makes sense though, eh?
What else? Now I think those 3 points.
Now, if I had to like,
Emuna, wow, the example telling at us all. You couldn't think much of us.
Everything wrong ka goitsi is right to it.
no.
Look, wabana moral test it's on point. But
Yeah, like I don't have that
But-
face. I don't have a face that says innocent.
goitsi will
No, you do.
make
Nah,
shit
dog.
happen.
Okay, maybe not for girls.
You do.
girls
have,
think I'm bad.
Okay, maybe
and,
yes.
and it's sad, and I'm putting it out there, ladies. Like I'm a good guy, you know. I
Stop
just
trying
don't
to convince
look.
them.
I'm not even convincing them. I'm just being honest. I'm a good guy. I just don't look good. So yeah,
You were saying you forgot.
Shit, you do it. No, but yeah. No, I'm saying moral test you will pass. Nah. But there's a difference between moral and ethics, nah? Yeah. Ethics you will fail. Moral you will pass. Because my ethics maybe but like let's say I know my fact and you go by fuck it. Fuck it. Let's see.
and now if I had to now say I'm arrested, nah. Okay, you've already mentioned the DUI, which is probably
Lightly.
No, let me not even say it's likely.
It has happened.
It has happened. No, but I didn't get arrested, you know? And I'm safe to say this because corruption is so much in our country. And there was a time I got stopped. I was in Bramfontein. This was like a serious roadblock. Like there was like about like maybe 5, 6, 7 metro cars at that roadblock. Get that one. And you know when it's like that, is that thing out, it's a serious one. I see my metro fellas among weekends, it's a chocho.
Yeah.
Get that one. Dude, they stopped me. I'm with company at the time, you know. I'm with my ex and a friend. Now they stop me, I'm like, fuck. And I know I'm literally coming from Soweto, ne? My uncle had like a do. He introduced us to this Nika, which is like a Japanese drink. It's sold in the country. Like it's a Japanese whiskey, Nika. Dude brings it. That shit is like, I think it's like 58% alcohol.
What?
And you must remember, normally the spirits that we have in the country are normally like 43%. Nika is on another level, like 58%. I can't remember. Could even be more. I find cool. We drink it. We're trying it out for the first time. Excitement, you name it, and shit. I find cool. I drive off. I'm going. This is when I was still living in Jersey. So I'm going home, going back to Jersey, driving. Boom. I fetch my ex at the time. Oko Pramo, Plomelin Pinchai, pick both of them up. We're going home. Actually, the plan was to literally drive back to Soweto and drop off the friend and then go back to Jersey on tour. Dog, Coachella, they stopped me just outside Kitswaka Prami, then boom, they stopped me. Bro, this guy, I obviously opened the window while I shop in Johnny, but I'm thinking like the breath just gave it away. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna fucking lie to this motherfucker. My eyes were fucking red, but at the time, kid, I wanna, you're hopeful. You're thinking, no, it's king, they're not gonna see it. Literally, he's like, dude, have you been drinking? I'm like, no. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Yo, nigga literally runs. Kid, I wanna like, this guy was literally
Why is he running?
excited. Like, he's running to go and get the breathalyzer. Like he's, you know that excitement. Like he's like,
He's galloping to the
bro,
car.
this nigga is literally saying, fucking, I got him. Kidabon. brings a breathalyzer, step out the vehicle, I blow, teet.
Of course.
He's like, my nigga, you lied to me, and this is what this thing is saying. Bro, I beg that guy, bro. Call my cousin.
Lee too, at the time, or you speaking amongst these people?
No, I get it now. My car's parked aside. They are in the middle of the island. Get it when I strata seangwa. So I'm on the side, I'm parked on the side. He's talking to him. I'm like, dude, I'm begging you. I cannot afford to have a criminal record. You need to work with me. He's like, $2,000.
Muskont.
I'm like, $2,000. I call my cousin. I'm like, but Lako, I need fucking $2,000. I just got stopped by the fucking cops. I need it right now. Alright, but Lako sends that shit. You know what's painful about this? This nigga took my license and he made me drive to the nearest garage to withdraw the fucking money, and I had to drive back in order for him to give me my license. And whenever I relate the story, you know what guy says? They're like, you should have left that license.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Bruh, literally, this happened, I think, 2020. I was like, literally, I was still probably young, I was still stupid, I was still like, you know.
I'm thinking to myself,
Dog.
leave this shit.
I should have
You can make another
left, dog. I should have left, but I was so, I think the concern was that, fuck, what if I leave the scene and then I get caught by others who are communicating with this motherfucker, and then now I'm manskap for running away. I'm going. They're not gonna try and give me any opportunity. I'm gone.
But they can't, I'm now thinking, they can't even do that because you left because he said you can leave.
I left because he said go and fucking get money.
The thing is, he won't say
won't
that.
say
He
it.
can't say that. True. That's why I get him fun. I don't know what.
So
I
he
was
let
so
it go.
I was so scared to go to jail, dog, that I was just playing loyal. I was loyal as a motherfucker that day. And after that, I was like, Mara, and literally, I'm living in Jersey. I could have literally just said, fuck it. I'm literally 3 kilometers away from home. I'm gone.
Nah, you should.
But I think
You should have given that license to him and say, keep it.
I should have just fucking said, fuck this shit. I lost that license. I would have gone to grab it. and
Make
shit.
another one.
Make
Less
another
than 300.
one. Say
Make
exactly.
another one.
Imagine I gave that mother $2,000, and the captain that was there. When I was now driving away after giving him $2,000, that motherfucker looked at me like to say, "Wena, you are fucking lucky, my man. If it was me, I would have fucking put you in that van." And then I think
wonder
one.
how does he explain it when you come back?
No, the captain knows. I mean, you know,
Or
corruption.
they all
know. They know. Okay, there are those that we're gonna arrest. There are those that we're not gonna arrest. And I think George just speaks to say we'll arrest you. We will not.
Masha go fair.
Also, I'm thinking
So now
to
the
myself,
$2,000, 810, but collect that day.
They fucking make a lot of money. Those bosses.
no wonder you negotiate a lot these days. Khale baqova nyuka.
Ntwana yaka.
Mfana wano sa negotiate bo ma 5 clipper.
It's like this nigga called the price.
Yeah, umujo so original 5 clip.
Dog. Like out to William Ntwana, out to William Fana, we taking there. You
Yeah, that's
understand?
the thing.
Ntwana. But I'm more mature now. Like, you know, that shit happens. I slap an officer. I'm joking. You'll come for me. But I think another thing that I think I'll be arrested for is if anybody fucks with my loved ones. My man.
It's over, my man.
I go hard in.
It's over, my man.
If anybody fucks with anybody that I love that is in my life, whether you're a friend, whether you're a partner, whether you're a family, you know, dog, it's over. Like I'll do the worst. I'm not gonna be graphic, but that's what I would probably do, and that's what I would probably be arrested
and that makes
for.
sense. I think a
I'm
lot
not
of
one to start fights over little shit, but just don't fuck with my loved ones. You fuck with my loved ones, then it's chai. I come for you, full force. I bring my whole gang, and it's over.
hey, there's gang too.
Okay, I didn't mean to mention that, but you
Oh shit, we're no fire.
you guys are my gang, or this gang too.
Emuna wena o yang ta. Ona le gang.
Kwena gang yaka, le kagiso ke gang yaka. Can implicate?
Ah. Zano
Yeah,
how
but
to batlo tseba gore ne re leader.
Balata le lona, let's gore le mpehile. Where are we?
Ah, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
Okay. So conversations are over. You want a PTW?
Nah, I'm good.
Nothing to PTW.
I'm good.
So I think this one is a very interesting one.
That one we can put for the next episode because it's gonna be lengthy.
It's gonna drag.
No. I think it's just a quick one. I think you just name one thing. You mean the jackpot one?
Yeah.
You don't want to go with it?
Nah, let's put it for the next one.
Okay.
Which one is that one?
Ah,
See,
don't
now I
want.
wanna know.
Don't want.
No, like I thought it would be just one answer. Like you know how I was going to
Okay,
do it.
let's
Like,
give one
What is the
answers.
first thing that you do?
One answers. You see, now I wanna know.
What is the first thing that you do? That's how I was going to ask. To say, what is the first thing that you would do?
Okay, yes, we're not allowed to elaborate.
Don't elaborate. Just say,
Okay.
what are you getting? Are you getting a car?
Tell me.
Are you getting a hooker? Are you getting a whatever? Are you
What is
buying?
the question? What
Tell you
is-
who's getting bought now? The girls that are getting bought right now in the industry?
Let's go.
Okay, the question is, if you had to win the jackpot, and let's say it's a figure that comes to like 100 million, what is the first thing that you would do? First thing that you would do, name it, and we move it right
100
along.
million.
100 million. What is the first thing that you would do with 100 million? Like you're saying, it's a whatever day of the week where every franchise is open, all the stores are open, all the airports are open, everything is open. Oh, well, airports are always open. But anyway, like it's like, yeah.
Just first thing I would do or what I would do with it.
First thing that you would do. Now my question is, the first thing that you would do out of that 100 million, how low far you can literally swipe half of it?
Okay, the first thing, I'm getting the news, I'm at work, I'm telling my manager for tech.
No, I'm asking, what would you do with the money?
Or with the money. I'll buy a soccer club.
Okay. Winner?
That's why you said it's gonna drag. It's you.
I'll buy a house.
A house. Okay.
I mean, you can go bigger than that. Okay, first thing, it's a first thing, so you're probably gonna still spend more of it. What are you doing?
I'm getting a helicopter.
Helicopter.
Ilo pakakai.
My
You
other
haven't
one,
bought a house.
my other one broke, so I have to get another one.
Okay, all right, sir. Makes sense.
So yeah, I missed my helicopter. I'm getting a helicopter
Okay, makes sense.
again. No, but yeah, I think obviously, dog. Like I mean, you know, you've got money, dog. You can literally just make things possible. What did you say you're getting?
Soccer club.
Balo dlala kai. Balo training la kai. Only stadium. Only training club. You get what I mean?
No, I'm buying an existing one.
Yeah. Oh, you're buying an existing one.
Yeah.
What are you gonna buy? Pirates.
Nah, I can't buy Pirates because it's not gonna sell it. These
Okay.
big clubs, they're not gonna sell them.
Okay.
I'm buying a smaller one that's struggling. There's
Like
probably
Ivory-
3 teams that are struggling currently.
Like Ivory. Couldn't you get Ivory what? Ivory Coast. What is it?
No, man, Ivory Coast is the country. What
No,
are you
but there's
saying?
another club where it's on Ivory something.
Where? Here.
Yeah.
Mzansi.
Yes.
There's no way.
Really?
No.
Anyway.
That's the problem.
I just thought Ivory would make sense.
You know what the crazy thing is? Literally, the price of a club, Moko South Africa, is like 60 million.
Are you fucking
Shit.
serious?
Ne? Yeah. 60 million. The crazy thing is, go Sundowns, they buy players that are worth 60 million. One player that are worth an entire club.
It makes sense because how much are they gonna bring back to the club?
Doesn't make sense. The league doesn't have that much. But it does make sense when you go to Africa. For an example, now they qualify to, you did say this shit is going to drag. It's this guy.
Kill child.
He convinced us. Let me say this shit. they qualified for the Club World Cup, so they're going to play with the best clubs in the world,
Yeah.
right? Your Real Madrid, your Man City, all the biggest soccer clubs in the world from each continent, right? And by just participating in that competition, they're getting over 500 million rands.
What?
Shit.
Like the club?
Yeah.
Or the clubs? Like each club is getting that amount?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Dog.
We should rob them.
So they are
motherfuckers.
seeing the returns. We should what?
We should rob them, motherfuckers.
No, man. We should get a club. But obviously, they're getting all of that money because they've done a lot of investment.
True.
They're buying players that much.
Bona know they're making so much money. But they've been buying players for years.
Yeah, well, robbing sounds easier. But anyway, we're wrapping
guy.
up.
The fuck is wrong
No,
with
it sounds fucking way easier than buying a fucking club. But anyway, yeah, we're wrapping up. Thank you very much, Street Squad, for always tuning in. Global Streetz Live. We're gonna be in your faces all the time, every week, and we are out of here.